Good morning, everybody. I am Dr. Dhondibai Ishwanath, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Government First Grade College, KR from Bangalore. Today I am going to discuss about coordination compounds of Chemistry 7 of 6th semester BSc, which is affiliated to Bangalore and Bangalore North University. This is the fourth class of coordination compounds. In this, I have to discuss shapes of d orbitals. Then fourth theory of coordination compound, that is crystal field theory of coordination compounds. Then crystal field splitting in octahedral complex, calculation of crystal field stabilization energy in octahedral complex, crystal field splitting in tetrahedral complex, calculation of crystal field stabilization energy in tetrahedral complex, crystal field splitting in square planar complex, spectrochemical series, and last limitations of crystal field theory of coordination compounds. Let us discuss one by one in this class. First one is shapes of the d orbitals. The d orbitals having a double shape. These are having in 5 numbers, and they are divided into two sets of the orbitals. First set is called as a T2g orbital, another one set is called as a EG orbitals. T2g orbitals these are 3 in numbers and are oriented between the axes, namely dxy, dyz and dzx or xz. And the shape will be a shape of the dxy means this is the 3-dimensional structure that should be drawn in 2-dimensional structure. Therefore, this is the x-axis, the dxy. xy means these are the 2 dimensions are there, 2 directions are there. Therefore, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. And z-axis is nothing but it is a perpendicular to, that is a plane, that is a x-axis, y-axis. And therefore, here the p lobes, the lobes of the p orbital in between the axis, because the T2g orbitals are the lobes of the dumbbell will be in between the axis like that here. Therefore, here 2 dumbbell shape, that is 2 dumbbells are there, that is shapes that will be here arranged in to the x-axis and y-axis. This lobe of the shape will be a touches, and here one is a negative x-axis, that is both are negative, both are touches to the positive axis of x and y, and the other is nothing but it is touches to the negative directions of x and y. Another, that is it is touches with one is positive x direction and another one is negative x direction. Another one is positive x direction, another one is negative direction. These are the touches to each other, and this is called as a xy, dxy. Now here second, similar to this one, just you have taken as a, here I have replacing just simply the z is replaced by x. Therefore, this is the here dyz. This is the we are concentrating on, that is y and z, and x will be a perpendicular to this plane like that. And here the dyz is nothing but simply this lobe is touches to the 2 positive direction of y and z and the 2 negative direction of y and z. And another lobe will be one is touches to the positive y direction and another one is negative z direction. Another one is the touches with positive z direction and touches with negative y direction, and this is the nothing but this is the dyz. Similarly, here third one, that is dyz or the dzx or xz. It is nothing but here y will be a perpendicular, just like a y will be a perpendicular, and here you have to take x and that is z. Now here the lobe will be a touches to the positive direction of x and z. This is the lobe, and another that is the end will be a touches to the negative direction of both x and z. Another, that is a lobe will be a touches to the one is positive direction of z and another one is negative direction of y, and that another end is nothing but touches to the x direction, positive x direction and negative direction of z. That we have to take. Therefore, these are the shapes of the d orbitals. Now coming to that is the d orbital in which these are the T2g orbitals. Now coming to that is the EG orbitals. The EG orbitals are 2 in numbers, namely dx square minus y square and dz square, and are oriented along the axis. Now here oriented along the axis is the very important. Now here again this is the 3-dimensional structure. You have to draw now that is a 2-dimension. Therefore this is the one is x axis, another one is I will take that is a y axis, for that is a dx square minus y square, and z is nothing but it is a perpendicular to that is the same plane. Now here these are the in the T2g orbitals, these are the along the axis, means over the axis. Therefore the lobe of the p orbital, that is the lobe of the one that is a dumbbell shape, will be along the x axis, that is positive x axis. Another that is the end will be on the negative x axis, and second lobe of that is a dumbbell is nothing but along the positive y axis or over the positive y direction. Another one is negative y direction, negative y direction. Therefore here you say that is a this is called as a just along the axis, and therefore it is called as a dx square minus y square. Another one is that is a dz square, means we require that is a z direction here, and x and y are nothing but here it is a the y is nothing but perpendicular, but x is not used here. Z square means 2 lobes, so that is a 2 dumbbells are on the y direction only. Therefore we say that is a one will be here, that is having a high energy. This is just like this is the one. Another we will quote here, this is the another one is. Therefore the 2 lobes are, that is the 2 dumbbells are that is present along the axis of z, and the structure will be seen this like, and therefore it is called as a dz square. And these are about that is a EG orbitals. Now coming to that is a fourth theory of coordination compound, that is called as a crystal field theory of coordination compounds. Crystal field theory was developed by Bethe and Van Leck. They explained this theory in the form of following postulates or assumptions. The first postulate goes to, in a complex, a central metal atom or ion surrounded by a molecule or ions with electrical dipoles called that is a ligands. These ligands are considered as a point charges or point dipoles. Therefore this assumption or this postulate says that here the definition of ligand is different. Therefore a molecule which having a dipoles or that is a point charges and they surrounding with the central metal atom in a complex called that is a ligand. Therefore earlier definition is different. Now according to crystal field theory the definition of ligand will be different. Therefore we say that is a here the ligands are point charges or point dipoles. Dipoles means they are two poles. One end is electron density is very high, and another end is electron density is very less. Therefore there are two poles are there, that is called as a 2 point charges or point dipoles. Second postulate says that the bonding between the metal cation and ligands arises due to the electrostatic attraction between the nucleus of metal cation and the partial negative charge invariably present on the ligands. Thus the ligands are purely ionic. Therefore this postulate explains the bonding nature of ligands and central metal atom in a complex. Here usually the metal cation, the nucleus of the metal is a positive in charge, and ligands having a electrons therefore negatively charged. Therefore the attraction, that is attractive force exists between that is a nucleus of the metal cation and the ligands. Negative charge of the electrons on ligands, the attraction takes place, and thus they say that is this bonding is purely ionic in nature. Third postulate goes to in interaction between the electrons of the cation and those of the ligands is entirely repulsive. These repulsive forces are responsible for the splitting of d orbitals of the metal cation. Here, this postulate says that why the d orbital, 5d orbital undergo a splitting. Here usually the metal contains that is a mobile electrons. If they are present in the that is a degenerate orbitals, any of the d orbital present, that is electrons, and they are negative charge. These negative charge of the electrons repulses with that is electrons present in the ligands when they approaches, and therefore they are repulsion is takes place. They get that is a more energy, and the crystal field that this d orbital is undergoing splitting or due to the repulsion. This is about that is why the d orbital is undergoing splitting, means due to the electrons present on the metal cation and the ligand electrons, they are repulsion is takes place. This is about that is the interaction. Next, fourth one is there is no overlapping between the metal orbital and ligand orbital. Earlier theories are that is say that there is a overlapping between the empty orbital of the metal and filled orbital of the ligand. But here this theory that is not saying there is the metal orbital and ligand orbitals are not overlapping, but it is only attractive force. That is it is electrostatic attraction is takes place between the metal cation and that is ligands. Next, fifth one is the d orbitals. The d orbitals which are degenerate, means equal energy in a free state of the metal ion, which have degeneracy destroyed by the approaches of ligand during the formation of complex. Now here in absence of in isolated, this say that in isolated metal, the d orbital having a 5 d orbitals are that is a degenerate. They having a equal energy. Any electrons can be occupied in any orbit of out of 5 orbit, they can be filled. But when after approaching the ligands, the energy of that is degeneration of the d orbital destroyed. Then there is a repulsive force, whatever may be takes place, and therefore the degeneracy or equal energy became unequal according to the influence of the ligand electrons, and this is responsible to splitting of d orbitals. These are about these postulates about that is a crystal field theory of coordination compounds. Now come to that is a crystal field splitting. The crystal field defined, what is mean by crystal field splitting means the phenomena or the process in which the splitting of 5 degenerate orbitals of metal atom or ion under the influence of approaching ligands into two sets of the orbitals having a different energies called that is a crystal field splitting. Now here this simply he say that in the isolated metal atom, the d orbitals having a that is the equal energy, that is the degenerate orbitals, but under the influence of the ligand, the d orbital undergo a splitting, and it get that is a higher one is higher energy, another one is lower energy. This splitting is responsible due to approaching the ligands called that is a crystal field splitting. Now come to that is a crystal field splitting in octahedral complex. Now here usually crystal fields according to your syllabus, the crystal field splitting in there are 3 complexes for your syllabus. One is octahedral complex, second one is tetrahedral complex, third one is square planar complex. Now let us discuss one by one the crystal field splitting in octahedral complex. In an octahedral complex, the coordination number is 6. The central metal ion is at the center and the ligands occupy in the 6 corners of octahedron, and this is shown in figure. Now here usually this is the single x-axis, this is the y-axis, and this is the z-axis, and you have to draw all that is the 5 d orbitals. That is 5 d orbitals means d, that is the t2g orbital and eg orbitals in the same x, y and z direction. Therefore, we will be getting that is a shape will be like that. First, you have to draw that is a T2g orbital, that is a dxy, then yz, then dzx, then dx square minus y square, then lastly d square dz square dz square. You have to draw all 5 d orbitals in the same figure by using same x and y z direction. Then you will get that is a this like structure. Then you have to approach that is a 6 ligand, because the coordination number of octahedral complex is 6 and 6 ligands are surrounding to the central metal atom. Therefore, ligands you have to approach along the axis here. Your axis is very important. Along the axis you have to, along x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. These are the 6 ligands are we are approaching, that is along the axis. You know that the Eg orbitals are present on the axis, that is the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, and T2g orbital present in between the axis, that is x and y, means in between the axis, like that. Here they are present, that is a T2g orbitals. Therefore, while approaching that is the ligands, the ligand electrons and Eg electrons, Eg orbital ligands, they are come only one path and the repulsion is takes place. Therefore, the Eg orbital ligands, Eg orbital electrons get more energy and they got higher energy and they split with a higher energy. 6 dq, or that is a plus 0.6 delta, that is a O value. And due to the ligand electrons are, they are, that is T2g electrons are not on the path of approaching the ligand. Therefore, they are more stable and they got that is a minus 0.4 delta O value, that is that much energy is there. Therefore, it is the main important is nothing but due to the presence of Eg electrons on the axis and we are approaching the ligands in octahedral complex along the axis. Therefore, Eg electron orbital, Eg electrons and ligand electrons get repulsion, and this repulsion is responsible to that is splitting of d orbitals. That I have listened here explaining in the words here. In absence of the ligands, 5 d orbitals having equal energy, that is the degenerate orbitals. The degeneracy of the d orbitals destroyed under the influence of ligands. As a result, splitting of d orbital takes place. Out of 5 d orbitals, 2 orbitals dx square minus y square and dz square are oriented along the axis and are called that is the Eg orbitals, while the remaining 3 orbitals dxy and dyz and dzx are oriented in between the axis, called that is a T2g orbitals. I have already explained this. Now in octahedral complex, the 6 ligands approach the central metal atom along the axis. The 6 ligands, that is 6 ligand approaches to the central metal along the axis. The Eg electrons are repelled more by the ligand electrons than the T2g electrons, and hence the energy of the orbital increases much more than the energy of T2g orbitals. Thus, the 5 d orbitals split up into 2 sets, one set of higher energy, that is Eg orbitals, and the other set of lower energy, that is the T2g orbitals. The phenomena of crystal field splitting in octahedral complex shown in below. Now here, this is the energy and this is the state 1, state 2 and state 3. Now state 1 is nothing but just that is isolated atom, just atom. Suppose iron means Fe, that is a 26 electrons are there, and in 26 the electrons, how it is arranged, that is a d orbital, that can be explained, that is a state 1. And in state 2, that is after that is a charge, it get that is oxidation state of suppose Fe plus 2 or Fe plus 3, then electrons are after removing, they again still get that is a degenerate orbital, so they are state 2. And third one is under the influence of the ligands, it splitting. Therefore, we say that is in the octahedral complex, the Eg orbitals are along the path of the ligand orbitals, therefore they got more energy and they got higher energy, and it is split it with 6 dq energy, and T2g orbitals are present in the side of the approaching the ligands, therefore it is got there is a minus 4 dq energy. This is the say that is splitting is takes place in the just I have read here. The state 1 represents the degeneracy of all the 5d orbitals in the isolated central metal atom. The state 2 represents the hypothetical degeneracy of metal ion. Hypothetical means just like a Berry center, here there is no. Then the state 3 represents crystal field splitting. The crystal field splitting is measured in terms of that is the energy difference between the T2g and Eg orbital. The energy difference between T2g and Eg orbital, they are called as a crystal field splitting, and that will be denoted by the symbol that is a delta O. O is indicated as a that is octahedral, and delta is nothing but crystal field splitting energy, and this is the O in octahedral complex, or it is also called as a dq, where 10, that is a delta O is equal to that is a 10 dq. In octahedral compound system, the energy of the T2g orbital is 4 dq, or that is a minus, or it is minus, or that is 0.4 delta O here. It should be a delta over O here, less than the energy of the hypothetical degenerate d orbitals, and the energy of the Eg orbitals is 6 dq, or that is a 0.6 delta O, more than the energy of hypothetical degenerate orbitals. Now coming to that is a crystal field stabilization energy in octahedral complex. Now what is the definition of crystal field stabilization energy? Means the difference in energy achieved by the preferential filling of lower orbital is called crystal field stabilization energy. Crystal field stabilization energy. The formula for calculation of the crystal field stabilization energy can be written as in octahedral complex, that is a 0, that is a less than 0 means that is a more stable, that will be a extra energy. Extra energy means less energy. How much less energy is present in the molecule, that will be a stability gives, therefore stabilized energy, that is 0 minus of minus 4 dq, that is into n1 plus 6 dq n2, close the bracket, or we say that is a 0 minus in the form of that is a delta O, means minus 0.4 delta O into n1 plus 0.6 delta O n2, where the n1 is nothing but number of electrons present in T2g orbital, these are the lower energy orbital, and n2 are the number of electrons present in Eg orbitals, these are in higher energy orbitals. This is and this formula, that is 1 and 1, this is the applicable for only high spin complexes. High spin complexes are nothing but here the splitting energy, the crystal field splitting energy is lesser than the pairing energy, therefore if pairing of electrons are not takes place, but it is splitting, therefore more number of unpaired electrons are present in the complex, and this is usually presence of the in the complex presence of the weak ligands like fluoro, chloro, whatever may be, they are the weak ligands are present in the complex, then that gives that is a high spin complexes. Therefore the crystal field splitting energy is lesser than that is a pairing energy, therefore split up and therefore singly occupied, hence the more number of unpaired electrons are present, and this is the applicable for that is a high spin complexes. Next one is for low spin complexes, in which this is the crystal field that is stabilization energy is equal to n1 minus of 4 dq plus p, plus p is nothing but it is a pairing energy, plus n2 into 6 dq, or this can be also written as that is 0 minus of n1 0.4 delta O plus p plus N2 0.6 delta O. Now here P is nothing but pairing energy. Now here usually pairing energy in this complex, this formula is applicable for low spin complexes. Here in which the pairing energy is lesser than the splitting energy. The P is lesser than, that is delta O. Therefore, the pairing takes place first, then it is occupation. Therefore, the less number of unpaired electrons will be present, and therefore it is called as a low spin complex. And the complexes, no, this formula is responsible to complexes having a strong ligand, like that is a cyano or amino. These are the ligands are present. They are strong ligands, and they against the Ohm's rule, pairing takes place, and due to the pairing, the low spin present, less number of unpaired electrons present in the complex. Therefore, they are called as a low spin complexes. Now, if a complex having a pairing energy is greater than the splitting energy, pairing energy is greater than the splitting energy. Therefore, the unpaired electrons are, then number of unpaired electrons are more, called that is high spin complex. The electronic configuration are responsible to equation 1 already I have explained. Now, if a complex having the pairing energy is smaller than the splitting energy, then number of unpaired electrons are less, more number of paired electrons are there, less number of unpaired electrons are there, therefore called as a low spin complex. The electronic configuration follows possibility with this equation 2. Now come to that is how to calculate that is a crystal field stabilization energy in particular electronic configuration. Now electronic configuration here, that is a DN configuration usually here. Here DN configuration, and this is the about that is a distribution of the electrons in d orbital in high spin complex. High spin means here P is, that is a greater than, that is a delta naught, means the splitting energy is lesser, therefore high spin complex will be there. Now distribution of the electrons here, low spin means pairing energy is lesser than, that is a splitting energy, therefore this formula is applicable. Now here suppose the electron present in the D configuration 1, that is a D1 configuration, then you have to put the first electron present in the T2, that is a T2g orbital, because in the octahedral complex T2g orbital having a lower energy orbital and EG orbital having a higher energy orbital. Therefore that is a electrons accommodate in, that is a T2g orbital. Therefore the N1 value is nothing but 1, and here there is no electrons, therefore N2 is equal to 0. Then substitute this value in this equation, therefore we will get that is this is the 1, means 1 into minus 0.4 delta naught, and by multiplying this minus plus, and this is the totally term is 0, therefore it is a 0.4 delta naught will come. Now similarly we have to take that is D2. Now here 2 electrons, therefore N2 value should, N1 is equal to, again that is N2 will be equal to 0, therefore it is get that is a 0.4 delta naught. If it is a 3, then electrons again that is a 3 into 4 means 1.2 will be there, that is a delta naught, because the N2 is 0. Now here if the D4th configurations are takes place in high spin complexes, means the electrons are, that is splitting energy less, therefore first that is a T2g orbitals are filled singly 1 2 3, then 4th electron should be in high spin complexes, means splitting energy less, therefore it is singly filled, it is go to the EG orbitals, EG orbital 1 electron, and then after the calculation here that is N1 is equal to 3 and N2 is equal to 1. After substituting this value here, 3 means that is a 1.2 plus, that is a 1 means 0.6 means 0.6 and minus 0.6, and after multiplying that is minus 6 minus value, therefore it get that is a 0.6 value. This is the that is a high spin complex. Suppose if the complex is nothing but low spin complex. Low spin complexes means the pairing energy is less than the splitting energy. In this complex, the after there is first singly paired, there is electrons and Eg orbitals are here, and fourth electron enter into T2g orbital instead of that is Eg orbital. This is the pairing is takes place, and therefore that is a low spin complex. Here 2 unpaired electrons, but here 4 unpaired electrons are there. Therefore this is called as a low spin complex, and this is called as a high spin complex. Now here, now calculation of that is a crystal field stabilization energy here. The N1 is equal to that is a 4 here, and N2 is equal to 0. 4 into 4 means that is 16. That is a, it should be a 1.6 actually. This is actually 1.6 here. This is the 1.6. This is the 1.6 value, not that is a 16 delta naught, 1.6 delta minus P value. This will be a, that is a crystal field splitting. Now next coming to the, that is a, if the D5 configuration, then here high spin means again that is singly paired. Therefore you have to say that is a N2 in high spin complex, that is a N1 is equal to 3 value and N2 is equal to 2 value. After calculation we will get that is 0. And here if it is a high spin complex, low spin complex, the fifth electron also come to that is a T2g orbitals. After filling the T2g complete, that is a paired electron with T2g orbital, then only go to that is a Eg orbitals. Otherwise it cannot be go. Therefore next electrons will be here, and therefore here the N1 is equal to, it became a 5, and therefore it is a actually 2.0, not 20 but 2.5 delta no, that is a delta O minus P. This is the value. Now coming to the similarly, that is a D6 configuration. Here after that is a filling all, that is a 5 electrons in the T2 singly paired T2g and Eg orbital. Then 6th electrons will be comes, that is a again T2g orbitals. Then calculation will be there. Here 4 and here 2 means that is 0.4 delta naught will be get. But in here there is a low spin complexes. The all 6 electrons occupied in a, that is a T2g orbitals, and this is the Eg orbitals are 0. And after calculating we will get that is a 2.4, not that is a 24, but it should be a 2.4 delta naught minus P value. Again that is a D7 configuration. Here therefore all that is a 5 electrons singly paired and 2 electrons are paired up into a that is a T2g orbitals, and therefore number of electrons present in the N1 is equal to, N1 or T2g orbital is nothing but 5, and N2 is equal to 2, and calculating after 0.8 delta naught will get. And here there is 7 means here 6 electrons are filled in T2g orbital. One more electron will be there. Now that will be a jumps to the or fill in the that is the Eg orbitals. Therefore N1 is equal to 6, and that is N2 is equal to 1, and therefore it get that is a 1.8 delta naught minus P, and this is the value. Then similarly we have to say that is D8 configuration. The 8 electrons again here 6 electrons are filled and singly filled here, and you have to get that is, this is the calculation, and it is follow that is the same like a this like rule will be a form here. It is after this there is simply either this rule or this rule, that is same. Up to here, up to third electrons there is no rules, that is same here, and here this that is a D4, D5, D6, D7. These rules that is up to D6, this rule we have follow. After this that is same rule will be follow, and you have to calculate that is a crystal field stabilization energy in octahedral complexes. Now come to that is the next aspect, the crystal field splitting in tetrahedral complex. In tetrahedral complex, the coordination number is 4. The central metal ion is at the center, and the ligands occupy the 4 corners of the tetrahedron as shown in figure. Now here this is the, you say that is you have to draw again the 6, that is 5 d orbitals in a same here. This is the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. You have to draw here. And in this complex, the ligands are approached in between the axis, not along the axis, in between the axis. We are approaching it here x, and this is y, and this is the z. Therefore, in this tetrahedral complex, the ligands are approaching in between the axis. Means here, here, here. In this system, the T2G orbitals are present in between the axis, and EG orbitals are present on the axis. Therefore, the T2G electrons are very near to, that is ligand electrons. Therefore, their repulsion takes place, and EG electrons are far away from the path or electrons of the approaching the ligands. Therefore, the EG electrons are more stable, and T2G orbitals are, that is unstable, and they go splitting exactly inverse of, that is in octahedral complex. That can be explained in the as a following. That is a 4, that is the numbers, that is coordination number 4. 4 electrons, that is the 4 ligands we are approaching to the complex. Now in this complex, we have to explain this. That is simply, in absence of the ligand, the 5 d orbitals having the equal energy called, that is the degenerate orbitals. The degeneracy of the d orbitals destroyed under the influence of ligands. As a result, splitting of d orbital takes place. Out of the 5 d orbitals, 2 orbitals dx square minus y square and dz square are oriented along the axis, are called EG orbitals, while the remaining 3 orbitals dxy, dyz, dxz are oriented in between the axis, called, that is the T2G orbitals. In tetrahedral complex, this is the important, 4 ligands approaching the central metal atom between the axes. The electrons of the T2G are repelled more by the ligand electrons than the electrons of EG orbitals, and hence the energy of T2G orbitals increases than the EG orbitals. Thus, the tetrahedral complexes, the 5d orbitals split up into 2 sets, one set of higher energy T2G orbitals and other set of lower energy, that is the EG orbitals. And this phenomena of crystal field splitting in tetrahedral complex shown in below. Now here, similar to, that is octahedral complexes, the first state is nothing but, this is the metal, it is a free state, isolated state. The 5d electrons are, that is the 5d orbital, the d electrons present in the electrons are present in d orbital are, that is the degenerate orbitals. Here, after that is the oxidation state, they are nearly, that is the degenerate, but after under the influence of the ligands, they undergo a splitting. Here, the T2G orbitals are very near to the ligand, approaching the ligands electrons, and they get more repel, and they got, that is a 0.4 delta naught value, or the delta O value is higher, and minus 6 dq or 0.6, that is the delta O value will be a more, that is a stable, and this will be takes place. Therefore, this is, I have said, that is in state 1 represent the degeneration of all 5d orbitals in the isolated metal. The state 2 represents the hypothetical degeneration of all orbitals of metal ion. State 3 represents the crystal field splitting. The crystal field splitting is measured in terms of energy difference between EG and T2G orbitals, and is denoted by, that is symbol delta T. Here delta T will be takes place. Here delta is nothing but crystal field splitting, T is nothing but it is called as a tetrahedral, or that is a dq, where the relationship between, that is a delta O and delta T means, that is the delta T is equal to minus 4 divided by 9 delta O. This is the relation. Now coming to, that is a in tetrahedral complex, the electrons prefer to move into either the dx square or dz square, that is more stabilized by 6 dq and or 0.6, while other 3 orbitals are destabilized by 0.4 dq or 0.4, that is the delta T. Now come to, that is the crystal field stabilization energy in tetrahedral complexes. In tetrahedral complexes, the electronic configuration is always, that is high spin. Due to the crystal field splitting in tetrahedral complex is quite small and is always less than the pairing energy. Therefore, the pairing energy does not occur in this complex. Usually, always that is the high spin complexes are takes place in tetrahedral complex, and the pairing energy is not takes place here. The formula for calculating the crystal field stabilization energy can be written as, this is the 0 minus of, this is the minus 0.6 delta T into N1 plus 0.4 delta T N2. This equation, or we have to write that is another equation in the form of, that is a dq form, in the 0 minus of minus point, that is a 6 dq N1 plus 4 dq N2, where N1 is equal to number of electrons present in Eg orbital and N2 is nothing but number of electrons present in T2g orbital. Now come to the calculation of crystal field, that is the crystal field stabilization energy in particular configuration. The electronic configuration here, this is the DN configuration. Because of this is the applicable only for, that is high spin complexes. D1 configuration means the d orbital one electron will be reside and that will be a lower energy occupied. Therefore here one electron, therefore N1 is equal to 1 and N2 is equal to 0. Then we will get that is a point, that is a 6 dq, or it is also called as a 0.6 delta t we will get. Suppose we take that is a d2, then 2 electrons will be reside here, and therefore N1 is equal to 2 means that is a 12. Therefore it get that is a 12 dq, or it also say that is a we say that is a 12 dq, or simply we have to find 1.2 delta t value. Now similarly you have to calculate here, these are the 3 electrons because it is high spin complexes, singly fed. Therefore here N1 is equal to 2 and N2 is equal to 1. After that is 12 minus 6, that is 6 means 8, that is 8 dq. And similarly you have to calculate all this for that is 1 to D10 configuration. This is about that is a crystal field stabilization energy in tetrahedral complexes. Now come to that is a crystal field splitting in square planar complexes. Now this is the simple, the square planar complexes arranged of ligands may be considered to be derived from the octahedral field by removing 2 trans ligands located along the z-axis. In the process, Eg and T2g sets of the orbital is lifted. That is, these orbitals will no longer be degenerate. The 4 ligands in square planar arrangement around the central metal atom is shown in here. Now here simply you say that is this is the diagram for, just you have to consider as octahedral complexes. The square planar, these are the square planar, and here the trans is, that is 2 trans ligands. Here that should be a remove from z direction, and therefore the energy will be different. Therefore the square planar geometry, the splitting of crystal field splitting in square planar complex, that will be derived from, that is the octahedral complex, the crystal field splitting in octahedral complex. Therefore you are just removing these one electron, that is one ligand from z axis, another that is from minus z axis. These are the, you have to transform the electrons, that is ligands are removed and the resultant will be get. Now in this now here, as the ligands approaches through the axis, there would be a greatest influence of dx square, because in the octahedral complexes the ligands are approaching along the axis. Therefore Eg orbitals get that is more energy and they got higher energy, and T2g orbital having a lower energy. They are sideways of, that is approaching the ligands. Therefore we say that is influence of the dx square minus y square orbital, so that the energy of the s orbital will be raised most. The dx y orbital lying in the same plane, but between the ligands will also have a greater energy through the effect will be less than the, that is a dx square minus y square orbital. On the other hand, due to the absence of the ligands along the x-axis, the dz square orbital becomes stable and has a lower energy than the dxy orbital. Similarly, the dyz and dxz becomes more stable. The energy level becomes may be represented along the tetrahedral complex below. Here simple, we say that is a here due to removing that is a d orbital, that is a electron, the ligands from the z axis. Therefore, this is the splitting is takes place. T2j orbital, this is the one T2j, this is the EJ orbital, that is the dx square, dz square and dx square minus y square. Here dxy, dxz and dyz, these are the there. Here after removing this therefore here we will get that is this orbital along the z axis removing this dx square minus y square, they got that is a higher energy. This is the higher energy, and dz square due to because of removing the ligands from the z direction, they got more stable energy. There the repulsion will be a minimum along the ligands present in that is electrons between the ligand orbital and the axial ligands present in the dz orbitals. Therefore, they are more stable, they come down. And again here the due to the present that is here this will be a higher energy. The dxy get that is a higher energy, and therefore we will get that is a first one is more stable, means dxz, dyz, these orbitals are most stable. Then it comes that is a dz square, then dxy, then dxy square minus that is dx square minus y square. These are the splitting, that is a pattern in that is a square planar complexes. The crystal field splitting in square planar complexes. This is about that is a splitting. Now coming to that is a spectrochemical series. A series in which all the known ligands are arranged in increasing order of field strength or splitting energy. Crystal field splitting is called spectrochemical series. What is mean by spectrochemical series? And draw that is a spectrochemical series means you have to write a series in which all known ligands are arranged in increasing order of field strength or splitting energy. Called that is spectrochemical series. The partial spectrochemical series can be written as here. Here that is a iodo first, then bromo, then chloro, then fluoro, then hydroxo, then oxalato, then aqua, then amine, then this is the ethylene diamine, then nitrito, N or nitrito, then cyano, and that is a carbonyl. Here these having towards these are the strong ligand, means it having a crystal field splitting energy is more here. Crystal field splitting is energy is more here, and here crystal field splitting energy delta value will be less. Therefore we say that from aqua these ligands are, you say that is these are the weak ligands, and from amine these ligands are strong ligands, and these are applicable for it is a low spin complexes, and these are applicable for that is produces that is a high spin complexes. These are about that is a electrochemical series. Now next come to that is a limitations or demerits of crystal field theory of coordination compounds. Now first limitation goes to this theory fails to explain the metal ion other than d orbitals. This theory fails to explain the complexes it d orbital only, but not p, s and f orbital, they cannot be explained by using this theory. Therefore it is applicable for only d orbitals. Second one is this theory fails to explain why water is stronger than the OH. Here OH will be there, and this is the H2O here. This OH is that is a weaker than water. Why? This is the because this will be generated from this no. Therefore, we say that is a why the water aqua is stronger ligand than that is a hydroxo. This cannot be explained by this theory. This is the fails to explain. This theory fails to explain the partly covalent nature of metal ligand bonds. This theory fails to what is the nature of covalent character between the metal and that is the ligands bonds. This theory fails. Then this theory fails to explain the pi bonding in complexes. It is not involved, that is anything explain about that is a pi bonding. Therefore, this theory fails to explain in that is a pi bonding in the complexes. These are about that is limitations of coordination compounds.